Hey guys, what is up? It is Bibs7 here again, and welcome to another RuneScape 3 vlog here today. In this video, I'm going to be talking about this week's weekly update, and they came out with quite a few very nice patches this week. Although there's no real content update, the wolves have returned once again as well. So there's this event going on where you can get some overrides and stuff, different things. Ooh, that staff looks pretty dope actually. But yeah, a couple different overrides, a teleport animation looks like, bobblehead pet, title. So I think this is just another one of those token collecting events. Yeah, so I'm not sure what exactly it has to do with the wolves. Maybe you can kill them for a large amount of the tokens, but yeah, that event has been going on yearly for a while now. So not really a huge surprise to see that. But yeah, the main focus of this week is honestly the patch notes or the combat changes. They've made a bunch of improvements to combat, as well as a bunch of other very nice patches that we've been wanting for a while. So yeah, good to see this kind of thing. I do hope next week has some sort of a content update, just so the only thing this week or this month wasn't mining and smithing. But if not, I mean, this week kind of even counts as a content update in my mind, just because of how nice the patches are. But we'll have to wait and see. And then, of course, next month we have ED3 coming. Really looking forward to that. Also, if you missed them, I uploaded 2 videos last week. One was a guide for how to rush Chaos title on a hardcore Ironman. And also the other one was the first real episode, but technically the second episode in my hardcore Ironman series, where I am attempting to go for all the collections. And I'll be continuing with that series. I should have another episode out this week. And I might try and do a top 5 video this week at some point if I can get the motivation to work on the editing. That's always been my biggest struggle with videos, or the videos that are more than just like a vlog. I'm not very good at editing, so it takes me a while. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see if I'm in the mood or not. But anyways, let's get into the patches. I have a few items in my inventory to display or to demonstrate the changes. Actually, I can also get that. I just saw it on my bar. That would help out as well. So let's see. First things first is the affix to AoE spells. So as you guys can see on my action bar right here, I have Blood Blitz and then Blood Barrage, and this is mainly for Telos is what the difference is at, because when I'm doing Telos, I normally will use Blood Blitz the whole fight, and then when I get to P4, I'll switch it, like I'll go like this and switch it to Blood Barrage. The reason for that is you previously wouldn't get Adrenaline from a Barrage spell if it was used on only a single target. So that has been fixed, which is very nice. So if you don't want to, you don't have to switch between these two. The only difference is it is one less blood rune, which if you're trying to save money, that might be important to you. But either way, that's nice. Could potentially free up a slot on your action bar, which is definitely very nice. They fixed the fact that while you're doing Revolution, you wouldn't do the animation of your abilities. They've changed that, which is kind of interesting. I didn't see that as a huge deal, but they decided to change that. They have added a small delay when equipping items, so they can't be instantly removed. So I've definitely had this happen to me before. If I just like spam my staff bind, it would sometimes just completely, it would put it on for like a half second and then unequip it, but that doesn't happen anymore, which is very nice. So like I'm spamming the bind and it just brings up the augment screen. So that's very nice. I'm glad they fixed that. Similarly, you can no longer accidentally use provoke while you're equipping a shield. So if you're spamming your shield bind, previously it would use provoke, because provoke is like one of the right click options on your shield when it's equipped, which is, I always thought was weird, but I think that's for a legacy. But yeah, that was really annoying. Not so much so, or it kind of even still was pretty annoying since they took it off global cooldown, but it wasn't as bad. But before they took it off global cooldown, that could totally fuck you up. But yeah, glad to see that they fixed both of those. Those were extremely annoying glitches. So yeah, good to see. For mutated dazing shot, they've made it so that even if you hit, or even if you don't hit, that the puncture timer still gets extended. So that's nice. I think that makes it a little bit more useful for people who are doing solo bossing and stuff like that. Let's see. There's a couple. Ability queuing will no longer stop the buff from Needle Strike going to the following ability. I didn't know it did that at all, but that sounds like that would be bad. Ability queuing will no longer stall your movement after using an ability. That is honestly pretty huge, because previously, I mean, I haven't tested this out. I guess we can go to the Lumbridge dummies or whatever and test some of these things out while I'm talking here. But previously, if you were using ability queuing and you queued an ability, it would basically make you pause your movement, essentially just exactly what they said. So let's see. And also we can try this out. So if I'm using Blood Barrage and I barrage a dummy, I should get, yep, I still get I get the 2% adrenaline as expected, which is very nice. And then if you blitz it, you also get 2%. So yeah, definitely very nice. So let's see, if I'm running and I queue Dragon Breath, you just, or well, I was spam clicking. See, I'm used to spam clicking because I know it's going to stall my movement. Let's see if it doesn't. I feel like it will still. Oh my god, it doesn't, oh wait, it stopped me early. Let me see. Did stop me early there. So like, let's see, I'll click very distinctly. I'm going to click right in front of the dummy right here. And then let's queue. It did. It stopped me 1 square early. So you don't stop dead on the spot, but you still stop early. So, or that time did I not? I guess it might depend on how far you are going. Let me see. Let me try it one more time. That time it did. It worked. So I guess it depends on when you click, because if I click right after using the first ability, it gets you there usually. But maybe, I mean, if I try to walk wicked far away, it's never gonna work, is it? Okay, well that time I fucked it up. Let me see. If I click like far away, it's never gonna work. I don't think it'll just stop you early every time. Okay, so I'm not sure what exactly they meant by that. It will no longer stall your movement after using an ability. I assume it means like if you spam click. I think it would still stall you. Oh, it did. Wait, am I doing this? Am I misunderstanding what they wrote here? It still spins you around. Like that's kind of what I meant. That's kind of what I thought they meant by not stalling your movement. Like it just did stall my movement. So that is just incorrect. They didn't actually fix that, as far as I can tell. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but it literally just stalled my movement after using a queued ability. So I don't know about that. Huge thing right here, ability queuing will no longer prevent you from getting a heal off resonance. So say you're at Telos and you did your freedom to avoid the stun, but like, okay, I can't do it now. I'll do it with prep or whatever, anticipate. So you anticipate and then you queue up resonance because you know that when your resonance goes off, that would be the tick that he would hit you with the melee hit. Previously, if you did that, you wouldn't get the heal for some reason, because if you queued it, it wouldn't activate on tick, which is very annoying. But they fixed that. However, they specifically mentioned resonance, which kind of worries me because the same thing applies to barricade. So I'm hoping it's just like a full fix that works for all different things. But previously, it would still happen with barricade. Like if you queued up your barricade and then it went off, you wouldn't get the damage resistance for the tick that it started like you normally would if you just pressed it. So if that doesn't make sense, I mean, if you've done high-level PVM in the past, you would have noticed that happening if you use queuing. And yeah, I can't like not use queuing, honestly. It's just I'm too used to it at this point. I really just feel like, and plus I don't feel like spamming my binds or anything. But yeah, that was good that they changed that. I just hope it applies to barricade as well. Let's see. One awesome thing right here is bladed dive will no longer allow you to target players if you're not in PvP. So no more having issues getting to the poison at Yaka if you're bladed diving and there's people all over the place. That is very, very, very nice. They also said using a basic while running into combat will award adrenaline correctly. So I'm pretty sure if you did something like this, you wouldn't get adrenaline previously, but now it does give me adrenaline. So that's nice. That was kind of annoying for I don't know, for a lot of different things, to be honest, but mainly I remember it being annoying at certain bosses as well as at some Slayer tasks and stuff. So that's nice that they fixed that. Let's see what else. Something that people I think are going a bit crazy about, like it's not as big as people are kind of suggesting it is. The damage modifiers from things like Scrimshaws and Maniacal and stuff like that is now calculated earlier. So basically, it'll now work for Telos Tendrils. It'll now work for Virago's Pushback and stuff like that. And you'll no longer phase, like Telos phases into the second font on P4 at 75k health. Previously, he would phase in and it would be 74 8 something or 74 9 something. That should no longer happen now, as far as I can tell. It should always work the same way. at 75k with these different buffs. So that's pretty awesome. I'm especially interested to see how big a difference this makes at Virago pushback, for sure. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. They've also removed boss kill time messages from the filtered chat, which isn't a very big change, but I think it's honestly very nice, because if you don't have filtered chat on, like, your chat legit gets spammed, especially when you're in combat. So having to turn it back on to all for the boss kill time is just annoying. So I'm glad to see that they filtered that out, or removed it from the filter, whatever. Other than that, they said that they smoothed out the phase transitions for rune dragons, which is nice. Hopefully you don't get a massive damage reduction anymore, because that was really, really annoying. They've added a new thing onto the Telos boss thing, where you can now see your highest kill streak ever. Interesting, they also added percentages and commas to the enrage. You can now see your highest kill streak that you've ever gotten. Unfortunately, this doesn't apply retroactively. It is only from here on out when you claim it. So my highest kill streak is 100, but it doesn't show here. You can also quick chat your current and highest kill streaks. So my current streak at Telos and my highest streak at Telos. So that's pretty cool. That's cool stuff to see. I'm going to look forward to maybe going for another high streak to get that on my log thing. So yeah, those are all the big combat changes I think that I wanted to mention. Very, very nice QOL fixes in there, but also that is actually not all in terms of the nice fixes. One thing, if you get insta-killed on the last phase of Soul Lock, you'll no longer waste your sign. It'll just kill you, which I think is very nice. Other than that, I don't think there was anything else too interesting in this Soul Lock section, but they definitely made quite a few interesting... Oh wait, look at that. Huh. They said that they'd separated the kill times. Oh no. Oh, okay, I see. So that for the times, hard mode is duo mode. Okay, that makes more sense. I thought they meant that there was hard mode KC as well. But if you look at the Soul Lock times, hard mode is your duo time, so you can now see it without having to quick chat it. That's very nice. Some ninja fixes. This one is huge. You can now take a slot from here and put it on your action bar. So let's see. Let's take, look at, you can just grab it. My pocket slot. This is the one that's going to be most useful for people, because if you look, I mean, I only have two, the Blood Essence and the Scrimshaw, but I mean, I'll use different Scrimshaws from time to time. Now I can just put the Scrimshaw, and look, it even knows which one it is. So let's take this off my bar now, and we have our Scrimshaw. So activate pocket. What happens here? Oh, okay. So it's not. It doesn't actually. So it is still really useful, but if you're like switching between Blood Essence and Scrimshaw, it doesn't make it a ton easier. But still, you no longer, like if I go from maging to ranging, I no longer have to switch my bind or my action bar slot, because it knows which one it is. And you can change this for, I mean, I can't really think of what else you would want to use it for, like what other slot really. I don't think you really use any other slot from the bar too much. I mean, this is for equipping stuff, so it doesn't really work like that. But still, it's super, super useful and just nice quality of life change. And you can do it for any of them. I mean, Sigil, I guess. I only ever use Limitless Sigil right now, but I mean, I know people will use Ingenuity of Humans, definitely. So that's also going to save a slot if you do, or you don't have to swap. It could be useful for some, maybe amulets or rings. I'm not sure if any of those actually have, maybe for like teleports and stuff. I don't know, but still very, very nice. I appreciate that change a lot. All these little changes to combat, just making things a lot more smoother and easier. One other thing that is very nice, and I want to go check out myself, is they have made it so you can do buy X at the Dominion Tower. So let's see, Dominion. Oh Jesus, where's the thing? There it is. Dominion Medallion. It was super annoying buying mainly the Dominion mines before. So let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. So they changed the whole thing here. Now where is Dominion mines? Am I blind here? Dominion mines. Here we go. Oh, beautiful. Buy 500 for 500k. Look at that. That's awesome. Very, very useful. Glad that they finally updated that. People have been asking for that for a while, because as new things have come out, Dominion mines have become more and more useful, like at, obviously Soul Lock, ED1 and ED2, and I'm assuming they'll probably be good at ED3 as well. Very, very nice. Other than that, they have another couple changes for mining and smithing. I don't think there was anything super important to mention that I read in there. But correct me if I'm wrong and if I missed something that was very important. One thing, pets, familiars, and followers are no longer able to enter the artisan's workshop. That was annoying some people, as it was obviously blocking a lot of the area because of the massive pets that are in the game. So glad to see that they changed that. Although I hope it's one of those places where you just walk in and it like hides it. It doesn't just like not let you in, because that used to be the way it was at the GE, and that was really annoying. So hopefully it just hides it. That would be ideal for me. And then there was a bunch of other changes for mining and smithing, and I don't think any of those were really that important to mention off. And then in other changes section, which was they did this week's patch notes much better. It was much more well divided up to what the patches were actually relevant to, and the other section is not very big and was only very miscellaneous changes. So I appreciate them going back to that. Oh yeah, there was one thing in there that I wanted to mention. There's now a setting, where the heck is it? Gameplay combat action bar. There it is. So you can have it set so you'll automatically trigger regenerate when leaving combat, which is obviously the thing that just takes your adrenaline and heals you a little bit. The only place I would really use that maybe is like Dungeoneering solo on my Iron Man or something, because like usually you want to be stalling adren, and if you drop out of your combat, you'll instantly start losing it if you have this on. But I can see it being useful for some people who don't really do high-level PVM or don't care about stalling adren, just doing Slayer or whatever. So definitely an interesting little change there. But yeah, that's basically it for this week's patch notes. I kind of gave the rundown on what I thought were the most important. Definitely some really cool stuff for combat and PVM in there, the slot binding as well as the improvements to equipping and stuff like that. Although I feel like they failed with their removal of the delay while queuing. Hopefully they actually fixed Resonance and Barricade. Other than that, let me know your guys' thoughts about these fixes in the comments. I think they're pretty sweet. I'll definitely have a new episode of my hardcore series coming out at some point this week, possibly a top 5. And yeah, let me know what you guys would like to see, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully next week we will have some new update. Peace out, guys.